Hi there, Falcons. Welcome to another week of blended learning. So, for the week, this is what is in store for you. And how does this look like in your Google Classroom? So, if I click on the one scheduled for May 4th, it would ask you to just browse through the pages, read, and be ready for the assignment. So, if I click on this, you will note that this is a digital copy of the booklet that you may have with you. So if you don't have it, or maybe you did not get hold of it, or maybe you misplace it, not a problem because there is now this digital copy in Google Classroom. So the first day, so you just simply just go over it, read through the pages. And the following day, I will now introduce you to our new unit on water systems. So let's start with that. So here, our unit on water systems would start off with lesson one. So always remember that the word hydrosphere, hydro meaning water, is the world of water that surrounds all of us. Now, the study of water would be hydrology. So that water may be at the bottom of the ocean or in clouds found in the atmosphere. Anything related to water is a part of the hydrosphere. So you will note that I have here a hyperlink. So let me click what I have here. So it is just a reminder for all of us that the atmosphere is the thin layer of gases that surrounds the Earth. It seals the planet and protects us from the vacuum of space. It protects us from electromagnetic radiation given off by the sun and small objects flying through space, such as meteoroids. Of course, it also holds oxygen or O2, the one important gas that we all breathe to survive. Now, there are various phases of water, like can be in a solid state, right? And then you can have ice or liquid, that concept of liquid, and then gas if you boil off water. For instance, steam is liberated and it turns into the gaseous state. Now, what is important for us would be the liquid state. It makes the earth a special place. Now, our planet is a very nice temperature range that allows water to remain in a liquid state. If we were a colder place like Pluto, all of the water would be permanently frozen and solid. On the other hand, if we were on a very hot planet, all the water would be in a gas state. Now, I want you to remember three things here in this unit. One, there are two major sources of water, which are surface water and groundwater. Now, surface water is found in lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. Groundwater lies under the surface of the land, where it travels through and fills openings in rocks. Now, the surface water is any body of water found on the Earth's surface, including both the salt water in the ocean and the fresh water in rivers, streams, and lakes. Now, the ocean water, just a reflective question here. Is it fresh water or salt water? If you go back to the other Google slide, it would say that it is salt water. Now, a good portion of the Earth's surface is covered with water, and they're found in the biggest body of water system, that would be the oceans. So it would explain why for the assignment this week, we will go back to the ocean or marine ecosystem. So in Google Classroom, there would be this set of Google Slides that you can navigate through. I made a copy for each, and you can edit it so that it can easily fill in the answers. So you will notice later on that when you go through the slides, there is the drag and drop feature of the slides. So how is that? So let me just present this. So notice I'm switching from present, and sometimes I would press escape key so that this is what you see, and this is the the um, the interface that you need to be in so that you can fill in the answers. Now I'm just presenting it to you so that it is bigger and you can easily relate to what I'm saying here. So the ocean are marine ecosystems. So that's the reason why I have this short review of the ecosystem. You've taken up one interesting unit when you were in grade 7, interactions within ecosystems, right? So, but we will now discuss in particular here the ocean ecosystem. So there is this slide, answer it. So I want you to match the answers to the question, okay? How much of the Earth's surface do oceans cover? So the word bank would be at the bottom. So you can easily just pick one and then put it here, maybe 7% of the Earth's surface, where would that belong? Something like that, okay? So sort, another part of the slide. So you sort the green boxes into the correct category. So on the right side, you have the words. You try and drag and drop to the correct column. Is it abiotic or biotic? Remember, A meaning not, so not living, biotic means living, okay? So I hope you can still remember our abiotic factors. We use a mnemonic or a memory guide last time. SAWS. S for sunlight, A for air, W for water, and S for soil. So try and see what fits into these columns here. Next slide. Since we are talking about the oceans, and this assignment is the ocean ecosystem assignment, I have here two questions for you guys. Have you explored what lies under the sea or the ocean? Or have you been to the second largest reef in the world after the Great Barrier Reef? I'm sure you know the Great Barrier Reef that's located in Australia. So you might ask, how about you, Miss F? Have you explored? Yes. And how can you do that? I'm not a good swimmer. So the important thing to be in to just see the ocean floor would be a submarine. So I was fortunate enough to just be in that situation before. I had this semi submarine experience. Allow me to share it with you here. And you can see that the second largest reef in the world is the Mayan Reef, right? So I was in that area of Roatan and Honduras. So let me just click this. So you can see school of fish, and you might see this light. So I was only in that layer of the ocean where light can penetrate through. Deeper than that, if the submarine would just go down lower, then it would be in total darkness and you can see with clarity uh, the marine life under the ocean floor. And that's interesting to just see. Okay, so let us go back to our slide here. Now, the plankton, okay? is one of the focus subjects in the assignment. So I just put this in. No plankton, no life in the ocean. Why? Because the plankton are fundamental to the food web and play an important role in the global carbon cycle. Again, there is a hyperlink here. What I would want you to do on this slide would be you surf the net and read more about the carbon cycle. And then insert here a diagram of how the carbon cycle looks like. And then through your readings, the next slide would be easier for you to just do. Again, drag and drop. So try and see what fits into these boxes. So I have your 5 white boxes and I have your 5 green boxes as part of your word bank. So easily, if you can just put in the correct word that makes the idea correct, then put it there. Now, web search. When you are in the presentation or present mode, you can easily click this website so that you can find the answers to this. Because if you are not in the present mode and you can just see the slide, so this is now the part of the slide that you can easily fill in your answers. Now let me just backtrack on this. So here, so you can just easily just do that, fill in the correct answers as you see fit. Okay, so let me go back to present. So try and do this slide. And then there's something about migration. What does that mean? So I want you to read the box below and answer the question. So zooplankton. It's all about the zooplankton vertical migration. So this is one type of marine organism, microorganism. So they tend to migrate to the surface. So they are in some part of the ocean floor. They migrate or they go back or surface every night and then back down in the daytime. So to survive, how is that? So think of predator-prey relationship now. Now, ocean organisms, we've mentioned one already, and that would be the plankton. There are others like benthos and necton. You can use this website, or you can freely choose your own websites maybe to find the answers to this. So I want you to write down what each group is and 2 extra facts about each. So this is now a neat slide that you can fill in the answers. Now another slide on sort the description. So I have here the choices below and then try and put it in the proper boxes. Okay, you do that. Image search. Now again, do a Google image and insert real life photo here. Sometimes you get to see cartoonish like images on the internet. So I just want you to pick out real life photos and put them here. So how does an anglerfish look like, or limpet, or a gulper? Another image search slide on the blue whale, on the coral, on the sea anemones. Now, another slide would be about food webs. So don't forget a food web is the natural interconnection of food chains, or it's just a graphical representation of what eats what in a given ecosystem. So set of words here, vocabulary. Again, drag the definition to the correct vocabulary terms. So all energy starts from this. What could that be? Is that photosynthesis? If that is true, then you place it there, or maybe not. Is it the sun? Go there. And producer, your call. You decide. Now label it. Another slide on this. Look at the food chain below. This is a simple food chain. Label each picture with what it is. Where is the primary consumer, producer, tertiary consumer, and secondary consumer? Now make the chain. Use the arrow tool on the toolbar above to draw lines that show who it's who on the marine food web. Okay? And then label the food chain. Create your own ocean food chain below. So we can do that here. Okay? Human impact. Now drag the green boxes, this, and put into the blue box columns that correctly finish the sentence. Ocean benefits. Again, use this website, your call if you want to use this website, to describe how the ocean provides benefits in the following categories. And that's it. So interesting. You might think, oh, so many slides to fill in, but at least the template is here for you guys. Just use the power of the internet, and I hope my short introduction to the unit benefited you. You found some useful information or add-ons. But if you miss it out, don't worry. We always have our learning support channel, and usually I put the link and as part of the instructions. Okay, so that's it for the week, and I hope, as always, you are in a good spot. Take care of yourself and your family, and it's getting more interesting, right? With online learning, especially with Google. And of course, my fave, as always, would be on Blackboard. But for now, let's just focus on the Google classwork. Okay? So that's it for the week, people. Thank you for your kind attention. So, bye bye. Ciao for now.